just going to do a little voiceover of Hawk's dressage marks. So we came up the centre line and we tracked left and we managed to get a 7.5, so I was very pleased with that. So the next movement was HXF change the rein and we got a 7.5. And then the next two movements were A half circle 20 metres to X and X half 20 metre circle to C, and we got 2 7s. And then between C and H, transition to working canter left, we got 6.5, and E 20 metre circle left in working canter was a 6 with a comment of little tension shown. And then we come round to K and A, transition to working trot, and we scored 7. And then the next two movements are the half 20 metre circles again, and we got 2 more 7s, so very, very pleased with that. In C and M, working canter right, I thought it was a really nice uphill transition for Hawk. We are struggling a little bit at the minute with our right canter work. He's just slightly tense and he isn't really sitting the weight behind, but we're working with that at the minute, so that's what we're training on. So we did get quite a low mark for that. And then between F and A, transition to working trot was 7. K, E, medium walk was another 7, and then E half 20 metre circle right, free walk on a long rein. I thought it was a really, really good free walk for Hawk. He doesn't have a very good walk, but we only got a 6.5, and I was slightly disappointed because I did think it was good, and the comment was could relax more, which I think is the overriding thing of all of Hawk's dressage. FAD, medium walk, and I always find it really difficult to try and keep Hawk in walk and not let him anticipate into the trot for this last little bit. And then you come down the centre line, D working trot, G halt immobility salute, and we got 2 6s, so 6 for the medium walk and then a 6, and I got a comment of tenths and quarters left for the final halt. So overall our mark was 35, so I was pretty pleased with that. We've got lots of room for improvement. Happy days. Play around, even if maybe I let him down a little bit with seeing different strides and maybe not looking up enough, so he was locking onto other jumps, but chuffed and onto the cross country. So we had a little bit of a hold up before I went round because there was a lot of combinations in front of us who were getting stuck on the course. fence 5, which was a roll top palisade to the drop, there was about 2 or 3 horses that were just stuck, so there was a stop sign put on course because there was just like a roadblock. So me and Hawk were waiting in the start box for about 2 or 3 minutes, and I was just wondering how that might affect him leaving the start box, because I've only went out once last year and I thought, oh god, he might nap a bit, but no, he was a total professional. Had to use a little bit of leg there because the ground was awful, and this was one of the jumps that people were having loads of problems at, and I was really worried that Hawk was like, what on earth? And he wasn't going to go because the takeoff surface looked the exact same as the landing surface, so I think it made the horses a bit wary of jumping off it because they just couldn't quite figure it out. And here I just brought him right back to the trot because this was an obstacle that you had to go through, and I thought if he misjudges it and we skip out, I would be absolutely devastated. And I think I began to let the handbrake off a little bit for these jumps, so I'll let you enjoy. So after this jump, I'd had a little look at my watch and I realised it was on 3.5 minutes, and the optimum time was 4 minutes 25, I think, if I remember rightly. And normally my watch, it counts down, so I thought, oh my god, I've got loads of time, so I went really wide to this one. And it wasn't till after this jump, which was causing lots of issues. There was lots of run outs and fall offs here because it was on a really bad camber, downhill one, and the takeoff and landing was awful. Oh yep, I got hit by a tree there. And I looked at the watch and I thought, oh no, I've obviously started it the other way, so it was actually counting up. So we had to come home slightly quicker than we wanted. We ended up with about 20 time penalties, no, 20 seconds too slow, and if we didn't have the time penalties, which we could have easily avoided, we would have been 3rd out of 35, which is quite sad, but that's just a learning curve for me. And Hawk had a brilliant round, even though a lot of the takeoffs and landings were very, very wet and very muddy, but he was a total legend.